Welcome to Newsletter Guru TV, your show with a boatload of smart marketing and business building advice, and a little fun along the way.
This episode of Newsletter Guru TV is brought to you by Jim Palmer's Dream Business Academy, Annapolis. This truly one-of-a-kind live event takes place October 7th through the 9th in beautiful Annapolis, Maryland, and you'll learn exactly how to market and grow a more profitable business faster. Jim and his dream team of speakers will share some of their best marketing and business building advice, all in a pitch-free zone. And don't miss two of Jim's rock star entrepreneur friends, Melanie Benson Strick and best-selling author Bob Burg. Dream Business Academy Annapolis will quite literally transform your business. Do not miss it. Get all the details and register today at www.dreambizacademy.com. That's www.dreambizacademy.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru, your dream business coach. As always, I'm committed to helping you build a more profitable business faster. I'm down here. It is one of my Mondays, so it's a day in my floating office, and I want to talk to you about selling. You know, so much of our business growth is about selling, and yet people, I talk with so many entrepreneurs, and they're like, well, you know, I do have a good product, I do have a good service, I want to create this marketing campaign where it sells itself, I'll sometimes hear, or sometimes people come right out and say, I don't like selling. And you know what? The way I look at it, so the famous thing when you're in a big room full of people, raise your hand if you're in sales. Well, every hand should be up because we are always, all of us are in sales. And, you know, it got me thinking about why some people, first of all, why some people are better at sales than others, but I think there's a different part of it where it may be a little bit of a flipping of the switch. And I was thinking about what I was going to say in this video here. Yes, this is one video I actually thought about before I turned on the camera. I did a video last summer, I believe. It was called Dating After Marriage. So it was how you relate when you're going after a new customer, when you're prospecting. It's like when you're dating, you're on your best behavior. You do things to attract people, attract a certain, a spouse, partner, whatever. And it's like that in business. So, before somebody gives you money, becomes a customer, patient, or client, you're on your best behavior, right? And so it's like that in business also. So the way I thought about it also was selling is, number one, if you ever noticed when you're in love how much different you are, well, let's say maybe new love. I don't mean love for 50 years, which in some cases is the same, but all right, don't get off track. But what I'm talking about is when you are like newly in love, you're all excited, everything's going great, you feel like you can say anything, and everything just feels marvelous. Well, it should feel like that when you're in prospecting mode, believe it or not. And here's the thing, if you totally believe that what you sell, what you offer, whatever your company does, whether you create landing pages, whether you create website copy, whether you do Facebook ads, whether you create newsletters, whether you run a coaching program, no matter what you do, whether you're an author or a relationship coach, or you connect guests, interview guests, like my daughter's company, Interview Connections, if you totally believe that what you offer is of great value, it's going to help somebody improve their life, better their life, improve their business, whatever it is. As I always say, if you believe in your heart, mind, and soul that what you have is wonderful, then selling should be a piece of cake, because what you need to be in love with is not necessarily the new customer, the cash flow, or anything, although there's a lot to like there. You should be in love with your product. And I think that's really the key, why some people are better at selling than others. If you're in love with your product, in other words, I totally know. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, because I've been doing newsletters for 30 years, I know I've helped literally hundreds, if not thousands of people get more repeat and referral business with a customer newsletter. So nobody can ever tell me otherwise that they don't work. And that gives me such an edge, because I so believe it in my core that I'm in love with my product, because my product helps so many people. See? If I was selling something, and I don't know what, just think of something kind of wacky, and it's like, okay, it may be needed, but I'm not in love with it, you just don't try as hard. With my coaching business, I know for a fact there's not an entrepreneur, small business owner, I would say, on the planet that I do not have the ability to help. I've been given a God-given skill and talent that is, I'm just so tuned into marketing, to branding, to positioning, to creating concepts and brands. It's what I do. It's what I'm good at. So I know I can help anybody. And that kind of, now you could say, well, Jim, that's a lot of chutzpah. Well, you can call it whatever you want. I think it's confidence, but it's confidence in my ability, and therefore I'm in love with what I do. I love coaching, and so when I talk to prospective people, that comes out. And that's really what I want to share with you. You've got to totally love what you do. You know, you got to love what you do. You got to know that it's an amazing product or an amazing service that's going to change lives. And when you're in love with what you do and what you offer, it's going to be a whole lot easier to sell, and selling is what it's all about. I do work with some new entrepreneurs, and I tell people, look, you spend time on your logo, you build your office, you get yourself a nice desk and chair, you get gloss on your new business cards, but if you're not selling anything, if you're not bringing in money, you have no business. You have an idea and a concept, but it's all about creating sales. So you do have to do some selling, and so that's what it's all about. Be in love with what you do. Be in love with how you change lives. Be in love with the product or service you offer, and selling will become a piece of cake. Ooh, cake. So that is my message for today, this week. I'm going to link up. I'm going to remind myself, well, if I do the editing, I'll remember, but I'm going to link up the other show I did, Dating After Marriage, because I think they kind of go hand in hand, but we're going to call this selling in love or something like that. And I want you to watch both episodes because they're really going to help you with how you attract, get, and keep more customers, clients, and patients. All right. Be sure to check out Stick Like Glue Radio. It is the only weekly podcast dedicated to helping you create an everlasting bond with your customers so they stay longer, spend more, and refer more. Why do you want to do that? Because customers who stay longer and they spend more, they refer more, and they buy more, and that's a very good thing in anybody's business. And also check out Dream Business Academy. That is my live event. I do it twice a year. Last time we were in San Diego. This time we're East Coast based, so we're going to be in Annapolis, Maryland, about 2 hours that way by water. And it's going to be a phenomenal event. It just keeps getting better. More people are coming back 3-4 times, and so many relationships are created. I was interviewing somebody about it, and they said, if you go to Dream Business Academy, you don't come home not just with business cards, you come home with friendships. And I see people doing business with each other that they meet at Dream Business Academy. Plus, you come home with my blueprint for $1 million platform on a shoestring budget. It's a phenomenal event. Check it out at dreambizacademy.com, dreambizacademy.com. And lastly, before the day's out, put a smile on somebody's face. Do one random act of kindness, just one thing to put a smile on somebody's face. It's going to make them feel good, and guess what? Bonus, it's going to make you feel good also. All right, that is it until next week. My name is Jim Palmer. I'm the newsletter guru always, but I'm also your dream business coach. And why? Because I'm committed to helping you build a more profitable business faster. Until next week, another great episode of Newsletter Guru TV. You take good care.